Coming up this week on Wildcat Fastbreak, the Northwestern men look for some momentum to close out the regular season, while the women make even more history with a run in the Big Ten tournament. Plus, we'll talk with both head coaches and get you set for the postseason. All that and more this week on Wildcat Fastbreak. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Wildcat Fastbreak, your weekly home for everything Northwestern basketball. Alongside the head coach of Chicago's Big Ten team, Chris Collins, I'm Dave Ennett. Joe McEwen will join us later in the show. The 2014-15 regular season now in the books. The Wildcats closed it out with a pair of battles, including a double overtime senior night thriller against the Michigan Wolverines. Coach, pretty emotional win, to say the least.
That was an incredible college basketball game. I mean, the shot making from both teams, the return of Jer'Shawn Cobb on senior night, making big plays, and then obviously Trey Demp's heroics at the end was pretty special.
Yeah, you couldn't write that script any better. Let's take a look at the highlights. Senior night at Welsh Ryan Arena. Jeremiah Kreisberg, there's Jer'Shawn Cobb and Dave Sobolewski, honored before their final regular season home game with the visiting Wolverines in town. We'll pick it up in the second half. Cats trailing by 12 in transition. Trey Demps to Scotty Lindsey for the deuce. Did you have a sense here that your team was going to start to find its way back?
You know, this was a great play. The passing to Alex, to Dave, to Vic, and then really Alex Ola gave us a great burst in the second half where, you know, we were down 12 and he gave us about 10 straight points where we went to him in the paint and they had a hard time stopping him. And that's when I thought we had a chance to really pull it out.
Yeah, he had a great game here. Demps will miss, but Ola is there for the putback and puts you guys up by one at this point. Now, just over 2 minutes to play in regulation, and Bryant McIntosh finds Jer'Shawn Cobb, three-pointer. He had missed 6 straight games, but he was a major factor in this one. Ola the miss there, but Cobb fights for the rebound, gets it done, and the Wildcats continue to battle their way towards the finish of this one. And here's the game-tying bucket by Trey Demps.
Just like you draw it up, you know, the step back from 27 feet, and that's what Trey does. He's a big-time clutch player, and we love having the ball in his hands at the end of games.
Yeah, that wasn't his last big moment in this one. He would finish the game with 20. In overtime, down 6, you're back against the wall again and again. Demps behind the arc, buries it again to give you a glimmer of hope here, but you still need the basketball, Chris.
Yeah, we did a great job here on the press, you know, forcing a turnover, and that was huge. It gave us a chance to set up a play to get the game-tying three-pointer.
So here is Cobb, great play here. Jer'Shawn to Demps, the left corner three, ties the game.
You know, a lot of people, the inbounds from Vic, and then the pass here by Jer'Shawn was great along the baseline. Bryant and Alex set a great screen, and obviously Trey knocked it down.
So the Welsh Ryan crowd, bedlam, into double overtime, and the Cats getting some breathing room. Demps to Ola for the deuce. Then over a minute to play, and Ola also had a big three-pointer in the second overtime. Vic Law, the three from the corner, and the Wildcats with a heart-pounding double overtime thriller over Michigan on senior night, 82-78. A wild victory for the Cats. Ola leads the way, 25 points and 12 rebounds. Demps adds 20 points, 13 of those in the final 4 seconds of regulation and the overtimes. And Jer'Shawn Cobb, back after missing nearly a month, scores 14. And after the game, Trey Demps talked about having confidence in late game situations.
I'm never not confident. I mean, because it's kind of like, you know, it's the end of the game. You know, it's like if you miss, nobody's going to really be mad at you, to be honest. So it kind of, you know, that has something to do with it, you know, where it's like, you know, you take a shot like that midway through the first half. You know it's kind of a bad shot, but, you know, it's kind of, you kind of got the freedom to take whatever shot you want in those positions.
Oh, man, it's great. I'm undefeated in senior nights in my career. Well, it feels great, man. I love these guys I'm with. I love the coaching staff. It was great atmosphere tonight. I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine losing this game, and we pulled it off.
So Saturday, the Wildcats close out the regular season in Iowa City. They had beaten the Hawkeyes in overtime in Evanston a few weeks earlier. We start off with Bryant McIntosh getting the rebound here and delivering a beautiful feed to Trey Demps for the fast break layup. And then the Wildcats working inside out. Alex Ola out to Sanjay Lumpkin for a three-pointer to get back to within 8 points. Then from the same spot, it'll be Demps off the assist from Vic Law. He hits the three to get the Cats within 6. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first half. Law squares up and he knocks down a three. Cats are down 3, 23-20. Did you sense you were going to hang around in this?
You know what? I felt pretty good at halftime, Dave, because we didn't play our best. Iowa was really playing well, and we got the bucket by Dershawn here. Going into the locker room only down by 6, we actually felt really good, hoping we could come out in the second half and play better.
Well, the Hawkeyes start the second half strong, executing the press here, but Trey Demps delivers to Scotty Lindsey for the two-hand slam. Next trip down the floor, it's Lindsey again, this time hitting a three-pointer. And how about Nathan Taphorn coming into the game and getting a steal here and then taking it down the court himself. I love the finish here to Demps.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's how he drew it up, but we'll take it, and great play by the two of them. And we kept fighting. Iowa's a tremendous team. They're playing great right now, and they were a little bit too much for us to overcome, but I love the fact that our guys played strong to the end.
Late in the game, Bryant McIntosh with a three-pointer. He had 8 points and 4 assists, but Iowa emerges with a victory on Senior Day in Iowa City, 69-52 the final. Good shooting day for Demps. The junior finishes with 15 on 5 of 8 shooting. Ola scored 7 points, adding 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. Second chance points, a big difference in this one, though. The Hawkeyes a 16-0 advantage in that category. When we return on Wildcat Fastbreak, we'll get Coach Chris Collins' thoughts on the game, and we'll get you set for this week's Big Ten tournament. That's coming up right after this.
Switch to Cricket Wireless this tax season and get a free 4G LTE smartphone after mail-in rebate and a free month of service after completing 2 months on select plans. That way you can turn your tax refund into a me fund and treat yourself to something nice, like every flavor and every topping. Cricket, something to smile about.
Maybe it's called the beaten path because it can be beaten. The Acura MDX with available surface street traffic information.
When former arena football player and current high-level sports performance trainer Pinklin Thomas was struck with debilitating pain, it was ultimately diagnosed as spinal stenosis. His spine specialist at Northwestern Medicine corrected the ailment through an advanced surgical procedure that cut his recovery time in half. Now he's back to a full schedule of helping others reach their top physical goals. If we can do this for Pinklin, imagine what we can do for you.
Hi, I'm Rob Patter, owner of Evanston Subaru in Skokie, inside Welsh Ryan Arena at Northwestern University. I'm proud to sponsor Northwestern Athletics again this season with our award-winning lineup of all-wheel drive Subarus. Like the all-new 2015 Subaru Outback, the 2015 Subaru Legacy Sedan, the Subaru Forester, and the Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid. Evanston Subaru in Skokie on Oakton at McCormick.
Welcome back to Wildcat Fastbreak. Northwestern men's basketball coach Chris Collins is with us. Coach, a tough double overtime, thrilling victory over Michigan. But let's talk about one of the storylines that I thought was really cool was the return of Jashawn Cobb on senior night.
It really was. I mean, really, up until the day before the game, I didn't expect him to be back. He hadn't done a whole lot. He was in a lot of pain with his foot. And he came up to me and he said, "Coach, I'm playing tomorrow." And it was that kind of will and determination, I think, that got him through the game, the adrenaline. For him to get 14 points and 8 rebounds and score those 10 points late, it was really a special way for him to end his career at Welsh Ryan.
Be honest, did you expect to play him that many minutes?
I did not. I thought it might just be a ceremonial couple minutes, and he ended up going 33 minutes and playing a great game. And sometimes that kind of magic happens on senior night.
How does Trey Demps do it? I mean, he's done this so many times this season where you've needed a big bucket and he gets it for you, but nothing like this.
No, you know, he's not afraid of the consequences of those big moments. You saw him talk about it. He knows that it's his time. He knows that we trust him with the ball to make the right play, to make the right shot, and he's delivered more often than not. He's amazing in those clutch situations.
Well, let's turn our attention now to the Acura keys to the upcoming week. The Big Ten tournament starts on Wednesday at the United Center. Your team is the 10th seed. You won't play until Thursday. Considering where you were a month ago, would you have envisioned getting a bye on that first day and being a 10th seed?
I tell you, I'm really proud of the guys. You know, to be 1-10 in last place a month ago and to jump 5 spots in the span of 7 games. It shows a lot about our resolve, our toughness, how the guys stayed with it. We stayed the course. We finished really strong, and these guys earned it. You know, to not play the first day and have a chance to go in on Thursday and play a really good Indiana team will be an exciting time for our team.
It's an Indiana team you beat 2 weeks ago. So now you're playing them again. What's going to be different this game from that game at Evanston?
Well, the first half was an up and down shootout, and you know, fortunately we had about a 10-minute stretch where their threes went cold. We can't rely on that this time. I mean, they got a lot of good looks against us, made 9 threes in the first half. And our defense has got to be good because, to me, they're as explosive offensively as any team in our league.
And if you get past Indiana, we don't want to look too far ahead, but we won't have another chance to talk about this. You would play Maryland, a team you played very tough, losing a heartbreaker at College Park.
Well, they're a great team. You know, 2 of the very best players in our league, in Des Wells and Melo Trimble. Very well coached, experienced squad. And had a heartbreaker with them in College Park. So if we had that opportunity to play them, I'm sure our guys would really look forward to it.
I know a lot of memories for you going back to the United Center, this time as a head coach.
Yeah, it'll be great. You know, being a ball boy for the Bulls as a kid, having a chance to play there in my career as a player at Duke, and to go back as a coach, it's going to be incredibly special.
Coach, thanks. Good luck this week in the
Thank you.
tournament. When Wildcat Fast Break continues, we'll take a look at the Northwestern women's run through the Big Ten postseason. Stay with us. Welcome back to Wildcat Fast Break. We're joined now by the head coach of Northwestern women's basketball, Joe McEwen. The Wildcats opened the Big Ten tournament last week as the 4th seed, meaning their first game was against 5th-seeded Rutgers, whom they had just beaten in Evanston last week. Now, the Wildcats playing from behind early. Carly Roser inside to Alex Cohen for Northwestern's first points. It's 6-2. Then Lauren Douglas in the paint. Nice turnaround jumper there, but Rutgers was building a big lead. 4 minutes to go in the half. Brianna Canty hits the jumper, and the Scarlet Knights lead by 15. This is something you're kind of used to, Joe. This has happened to you before.
Yeah, it's not as much fun playing from behind as people think. We're good at it, unfortunately.
So Maggie lined the 3 there. The deficit down to 10 at halftime. And the second half, the Cats come out on fire. Alex Cohen from way downtown cuts it to 37-34. And then Ashley Deary takes over the game. First, you'll see her go coast to coast right past the defender here for the layup.
Just awesome run that she made by herself almost, Dave, and I'm really proud of her. She was fearless.
Nice take there. The Wildcats grabbing the lead. Deary again with the finish. She gets the bounce. She scored 8 straight points as the Cats opened the second half on a 17-2 run, and she was a major reason why. There you see, once again, Ashley take it away and take it to the basket. and the Wildcats now up 44-39 in the game. We move ahead. It's Lyon on the steal. She takes it all the way. 22 points off turnovers for the Wildcats in this one as you take another look at Maggie Lyon running the floor. And then off the inbounds pass, it'll be Lyon scoring down low. Lauren Douglas will hit the jumper from the free throw line right here. And finally, a great pass from Lyon to Nia Coffey for the layup. And the Wildcats turn this game around in the second half, and they advance past the Scarlet Knights 62-57. A balanced scoring effort for the Cats, 5 players in double figures. Lyon leads the way with 15 points, 10 rebounds. Coffey held to just 4 rebounds, but a nice all-around night with 3 blocks and a pair of steals as the Wildcats advance to the semifinals, which meant another matchup with top seed and 4th-ranked Maryland Saturday night in Hoffman Estates. And this game was very different. The offense came out clicking. Coffey goes inside to Cohen for the turnaround. Then it's Carly Roser with a cross-court pass here to Maggie Lyon and an early 9-7 lead. And that's when Nia Coffey got red hot. It starts with the offensive rebound and the putback right here off the miss as Coffey puts it back in. And then a three-pointer from the corner. Coffey with 12 straight points for the Wildcats, and they build a 25-14 lead midway through the first half. There you see the three-pointer. But the Terrapins will battle back quickly, and you knew this was coming, Coach. Already Maryland with the lead back just before halftime. Kiara Leslie hits the layup, and that was a big basket. Maryland up 5 at the half.
Yeah, it was. They had momentum swing, and we had played a great 15, 16 minutes, and then felt like that was a big play going into the half that kind of deflated some of our runs.
The deficit grows in the second half. Lauren Mincy extending the lead there. But the Cats keep fighting back. Lyon the drive and the score, and then Deary with the steal. They head to Coffey for the layup. It's a 10-point game with 5 minutes to go, so there's still a glimmer of hope off the inbounds. Cohen hands it back to Deary. Nice little up and under there. She gets it to go. And then it's Carly Roser coming up with the steal, and she will take it the length of the floor to make it an 8-point game, but that's as close as the Wildcats could get as Maryland wins it 74-63. Nia Coffey with a big scoring run of the first half. She winds up as the Cats' leading scorer, 23 points and 7 rebounds. Cohen adds 12 and 8, while Lyon finishes with 9 points for Northwestern. After the game, the Cats talked about their drive to keep fighting back in the second half.
We slowed down a little bit, but, we're never going to stop fighting. It just took us a while to just get back into things, and, in games like this that really hurt us. But, as our team, we keep fighting, we keep playing together, we just came back.
There's been a lot of games where we're down double digits in the second half, and we come back and won those games. So we knew that it doesn't matter who we're playing, it's about us, and that's what Coach always says. And there was no difference in tonight. Maryland, like everybody said, is a great team, but who cares? Like, we want to go out there and we want to beat anybody. When you get down in the second half, it's possession by possession, chip away, and don't try and get it away with one play. And I thought we did a great job of fighting back, and if we had 4 more minutes, you never know what would have happened.
There's more still to come on Wildcat Fast Break. Coach McEwen is back with us to talk about the Big Ten tournament and getting his team ready for the big dance. Stay with us.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Feldman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
Eunice.
Maybe it's called the beaten path because it can be beaten. The Acura MDX, with with available surface street traffic information.
If they make this, I'll eat the blazing wings.
This is no time for a change of heart, because before contracts with our size of Texas, a man's word meant something. So get back out there and show them what you got.
That's going.
Grab a seat. The game is on.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
You okay, Big Cat?
At Cricket Wireless, we think you shouldn't have to worry about adding up all the taxes and fees to your monthly bill. That's why our plans start at just $35 after $5 auto pay credit. All in, taxes and fees included. Cricket, something to smile about. Welcome to Cricket Wireless, where what we say is what you pay. Like 5 lines for $100 a month. That's taxes and fees included. Switch now and get 5 for $100, all in. Cricket, something to smile about.
Grosinger Toyota North in Lincolnwood makes it really simple with our best price. What's that mean? Our best sellers. No gimmicks. Just our best price right up front. Lease a new Camry or a new RAV4. Grosinger's best price, $199 per month. You'll always get our best price on over 600 new vehicles in stock. Stop shopping. Your choice. $199 per month. Grosinger Toyota North in Lincolnwood. And always online at GrosingerToyotaNorth.com.
Stringer calling out plays for the Scarlet Knights. They've gone cold offensively. Davis can't make the catch. Deary chases it down. She gets the steal on the left block, goes up through some contact, finishes. No whistle, but another basket for Ashley Deary. 44-39. No timeout here from Rutgers. They are scrambled right now, Jason. Holy cow. Davis just couldn't handle the pass, and Deary chased it down.
Welcome back to Wildcat Fastbreak. We're rejoined by the head coach of Northwestern women's basketball, Joe McEwen. Coach, team wrapped up its first phase of the postseason with a run to the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament this past weekend. What did you see overall from your team's effort this past week?
You know, Dave, I hate to throw out coaching cliches, but I just felt like we played so hard, we fought so hard. You know, it was kind of surreal to have to play Rutgers and Maryland again after just playing them last week. And I thought we handled that really well. We had great crowds come out and support us, and I just feel like we made a lot of fans nationwide with how hard we played.
Well, we saw it in the game against Rutgers, and of course we've seen it throughout the season. You got down big, you come back and win the game. What does that say about your team, the ability to do this on a pretty consistent basis?
Yeah, we're resilient, Dave, which puts more gray hair on me. But I think that the great thing is we know we can make runs, and there's a confidence level when we get down that, you know, this is a 40-minute game, and I think doing that during the February run we had really helped us.
You got some big individual performances from Ashley Deary, Maggie Lyon, Nia Coffey throughout the weekend. How important are those 3 players to your offense?
No question, and they just you know, make us go. And when we can get out in transition, like Ashley did in the second half of Rutgers, and Maggie can hit threes, and Nia, you know, it's just playing inside out all over the glass, and then being able to run the floor. She just is such a hard matchup. She hit back-to-back threes against Maryland, and you know, when we can do that in the NCAA tournament, we're just, you know, we have a chance to make life miserable for teams.
Well, let's talk about that game against Maryland, the top seed. They went through their first year in the Big Ten without losing a conference game. I know you weren't pleased with the result of the game, but how did you feel about the way your team battled? Even when they got down big, they kind of kept fighting back.
We did. You know, we got up big in the first half too, so we're, you know, it was kind of a tale of 2 halves. And when we did get down, we made a little run at the end, and you know, we felt like, hey, we're going to win this game. Just keep defending, get stops, and you know, we're going to find a way to win. But unfortunately, you know, and give Maryland credit, you know, they did all the right things at the end. But you know, what a great game, what a great showcase for Northwestern, I felt like.
Well, you sit back now this week. You've got a week off. You wait for the postseason selections to be announced next Monday. What changes do you make to your practice schedule? How do you pass the time this week? Yeah,
you know, Dev, we're going to go pretty light. We've had a lot of games in a short period of time, and so I feel like we got some injuries that we want to, you know, we want to give people time to heal and take advantage of that, and get ready for finals too. So a pretty busy time on campus, and so we're going to have a light practice schedule this week, and then, you know, we get into next week, really figured out where we're going, who we're playing, but we're excited.
Well, I think everybody expects that you'll have an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. It'll be the first for Northwestern in 20 years, so it's a big moment for you. You've been through this before. Your players haven't, so how do you get them ready for it?
Well, I think, you know, each year is different, Dave, and each team you coach that you've been fortunate enough to get to the tournament is different. So I think with us, it's just, I think we'll be really loose, have fun, enjoy it. But, you know, when the ball goes up, man, it's, you know, we'll play really hard. I think we proved that all year. So yeah, I don't think there'll be any letdown. But I just want our players to enjoy the experience. And you know, I think for Northwestern, just to make it a great atmosphere, and you know, for our fans, our students, and the community get excited.
Coach, you enjoyed it as well. Thanks and good luck in the postseason. Okay. That's all the time we have for Wildcat Fast Break this week. Thanks for joining us all season long. For the coaches, Joe McEwen and Chris Collins, I'm Dave Ennett. Until next time, go Cats.